Okay guys, here's the Sundown sa15 we just tested in the Metro. It's not locked up or anything, but it does stink pretty bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it apart and see if we can figure out where it failed at. I got a feeling it's just a coil. I mean, you got to figure we're putting about 6,000 watts too. This figure is rated at 600, so the fact that it even did a 156 anything is outstanding. So let's see what happens. I'm going to pass the phone over here. Byron's going to hold it so I can cut it open. We're going to see what's up with it. You notice we got a lot of epoxy on the top here. That was because last time when we turned this on, it threw the whole dust cap. Actually, here it is. This is the one that was in here. It actually completely, you can see here, completely separated from the cone. Ripped the whole thing off and shot it completely. This actually shot out of the front, blew the dust cap off, and shot this completely out of the front of it. So, yeah. We put a little bit more, Jacob actually put more on the bottom, and I put a little bit more on the top for the dust cap. Mainly because if the dust cap pops off, it could kind of unload itself because it is helping to keep pressure inside the enclosure. So, let's see what happens. The coil started to separate. It just got too hot. Way too much power on it, and she's still a little warm. But that's what happened to it. But hey, you gotta admit, it held up at the joints. All the joints held up, top and bottom. So that part's good. And of course the dust cap held on. I didn't think it was gonna go anywhere with all that on there. It wasn't pretty, but it wasn't meant to be. But no, the only thing that failed was basically, so it went thermal. But again, 6,000 plus watts to it. Rated at 600, what do you expect? But I do want to say thanks to Jacob for sending it down, taking the time and making a recone for us to try it out and see what was going on. You got to still understand that, I mean, this is, like I said, it's a 600 watt speaker. We're putting 6,000 watts to it and still getting incredible numbers. 156s is nothing to really slash about, so. Still pretty impressed, but yeah, everything else held up good. So make sure there's nothing down in the gap. Everything's good. So there you go. That's what it was. Regardless, good job to Sundown. Still a great score. So I want to say thanks to the Boswells for letting us borrow the car for the day. And now we're going to put the DD sub back in and play with it for a little bit. Peace.